when unification in athletics was achieved amongst our black communities, I was the only person that could organize a road race. I was very close to the late Banele Sendani and Leonard Chwene. Because I was working for athletics, they roped me in. Remember, I was employed by Transvaal Road Running Association before the unification. I was a person that had ensured that the routes are marked for them, measured, and routes worked out. That's where the idea came of identifying historical landmarks. And that is a draw card of this race, because we had to identify ourselves with the students. That history had to be kept alive. Now, when the Soweto Marathon originally was hosted, there's a few of us that are still alive that can give you the history. I'm not the only one. You've got Tulani Sibisi, you've got Robert Mutembu, you've got Shedrick Morgan, just to mention those few. And they've been there since inception. We started at Orlando Stadium, for example, before we even went to Elka Stadium. The founder members were people that were part of TACON, Transvaal Amateur Athletics Confederation. Now they are the people that fought the old discipline of athletics, the white body. So there was a merge with the unification. And because there were no marathons in the townships, that was the birth of the Soweto Marathon, to say, let us have a marathon in our area, and we need to use this marathon to introduce the sport to the people and attract people to the sport. Because in those years, when you look at a road race, 90% purely white. Composition was white. It has been achieved because today when you look at it, 90% is now black. So that has been realized, that dream. Years later, we had another meeting where we decided, let us formalize and structure the Soweto Marathon. That was the birth of the Soweto Marathon Trust. And the MOU everybody talks about, but does not spell out the truth. It clearly stated there that ASA is handing over the event to the Soweto Marathon clubs, and they need to form a body that will run the event. We appointed a chairperson, we appointed a secretary, and Sello Kunu was made the chairperson and Sadiki the secretary. His duties was to take the minutes and do things like those, but as time went on, he called himself the general secretary, and Stephen Kanyile then became the minute secretary. Then these two guys became too powerful, Sello and Sadiki. And they ran the event as if it's their own entity, their own private business. And that's where things went wrong for years. And that's why we are here today, facing this. Now, it is true when people said the PTY Ltd was kick-started because there was maladministration in the bank account of the Soweto Marathon Trust. It was frozen to try and protect whatever funds are in there. Now the NPC again was started because the PTY Ltd account was also frozen. People alluding to that, there's also mismanagement there. Again, people found themselves stuck that had invested interest in organizing the Soweto Marathon on behalf of the clubs, because the clubs selected an LOC in a meeting to say, these are the people that will be organizing this event during these difficult times whilst we are having issues and we need to resolve these issues. Now, there are people that are claiming that they've been there since inception of this race. like Mr. Stan Itsekhetseng. He is lies. The truth needs to be told. He was not part and parcel of the founder members of this event. He was not. And he came on board when the NPC was started, because he is very close to Thulani Sibisi. He never ever registered the Soweto Marathon. Never ever in his life. He was not part of the formation of the trust. If I have to tell the truth, I am the person who went to the Master of the High Court, submitted the documents and registered this race with the Master, not Stan Itsekhetseng. People, Stan is a confounded liar, lying to the South Africans that he's fighting for something that belongs to him. He is the founder. It is not true. I don't have a problem with Baba Thulani Sibisi says I'm the founder, because we made him the founder member. It is true. But Stan doesn't have that right to do that. And I can challenge him, and he must bring documents to prove that he was there since inception of this race, to prove me wrong. Because I can prove him wrong.